We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. 6,000 subscribers. That is mental. That is absolutely crazy. Thank you everyone so much for the continued support on my channel over the last 3 and a bit years. 3.5 actually now we're coming up to. It's overwhelming, it is. So thank you everyone so much for that. So, what's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City football video. Today we're going to be doing another transfer update because we're getting lots of bits of information coming in thick and fast. We are going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the summer transfer window when that does eventually open. I imagine if the news is carrying on like it is, and we go through June and into July, and the more and more content starts to come available to me, then I'll more than likely be going back to daily videos with daily transfer updates then. So just stay tuned for that. We've got lots of stuff coming up to talk about. So yeah, lots of content coming up. So really looking forward to that. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are interested and enjoying the content, then make sure you help support my channel by subscribing, pressing that red button, pressing the bell, and putting your push notifications on. I was aiming for 6,000 subscribers. We've smashed past that now in great time too. So we only look up. So we're looking at 7,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also you can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget also you can find my email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like I said, daily Manchester City transfer updates coming up very soon, so yeah, a good business opportunity there. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to start off with the ins like always, and I'm going to butcher his name, so I apologise right now for that. But Sontje Hansen update. Now goal, they're reporting that Manchester City apparently are leading the race for the Ajax forward. He's 18 years old, he's an attacker, Dutch, Golden Boot winner at the Under-17s World Cup 2. Apparently Inter Milan and Juventus are interested, but Manchester City leading the way according to Goal. So that's an interesting link. I'm not sure if he'd go into the academy or be used as City's third choice striker. I'm not too sure, but instead we'll move on and we'll speak about a new name now, and it comes in the form of Samuel Chukwueze. I hope that's how you say his name. He's a 21-year-old winger playing for Villarreal over in Spain. He's Nigerian. Apparently Manchester City are tracking him according to AS over in Spain. Now City, we know we're more than likely going to be losing Leroy Sané, so we're looking at wingers. So I find it interesting now that slowly but surely, it's taken a couple of months, but we're starting now to get linked with more wingers. But Chukwueze, apparently he's got a release clause of 100 million euros. There is lots of conflicting reports, by the way, when I was doing my research on him. I've heard release clauses of around 50 to 60 million euro, which I can imagine City would be happy to pay. Then some saying maybe it's 70 to 80 million euro, which I'm not too sure, depending on how much we've got for Leroy Sané. City might pay that, they might not, and then others suggesting 100 million euro, and the most recent report that I've got is 100 million euro with his release clause. And so one of two things will happen. City will either not pay it, because City, I can't see as, well, I was going to say ever, but I can't see us anytime soon paying fees of 100 million euro, or City could negotiate that fee down and pay a price that they're happier to pay. But it's interesting, another winger is linked with Manchester City. It's one of those we're just going to have to simply keep an eye out for the development in terms of Chukwueze and also other wingers potentially joining Manchester City should Leroy Sané leave Manchester City, which at this moment in time is looking ever more likely. I've just noticed like bits of my hair started to stick up, so I apologise for that. And as you can see in the background, it's lovely, warm and sunny in the United Kingdom at the time of me recording this video. So yeah, I'll just edit the lights out a bit and hopefully it won't be as bright for you guys, but I apologise for that. So instead, we're going to move on and speak about another player, another winger, comes in the form of Ferran Torres. We've got an update on him from a couple of videos ago. Now, sources in Spain are saying that Torres, he's leading a 4-man shortlist that Manchester City have put in place to replace Leroy Sané should he leave. And Ferran Torres apparently is the man that Pep and Chiqui are keen on bringing to Manchester City. He's a 20-year-old winger playing for Valencia, who more than likely will leave Valencia this summer. It also mentioned some other other players that City have been linked with. So, of course, what we spoke about in my last transfer update, Leon Bailey is another player that Manchester City apparently are very keen on potentially bringing to City. We've spoken before about Adama Traore of Wolves as well. Only problem we've got with Adama Traore is he's very expensive, so I don't see City paying the price for him. And then we've got Kingsley Coman, which differs with opinion. So it's interesting. I find it even more interesting that Oyarzabal, who I could see Manchester City potentially signing, it seems to be very quiet and not really being linked with Manchester City. And it's a player that, in my opinion, would be relatively straightforward for Manchester City to be able to sign, but instead potentially we're looking towards Ferran Torres, who also has a very high release clause, but with Valencia wanting to sell and him having 1 year left on his deal, City could negotiate that down. Problem is, more clubs will be interested in signing Torres, so we're going to go into a bidding war, something City aren't very keen on, which is why I said I'm surprised that Oyarzabal isn't being linked again with Manchester City. Another player, though, that we are getting linked with and continuously being linked with from Spain is Nelson Semedo. Now, we've got an update coming in from sources in Spain who apparently say that Manchester City could well sign Nelson Semedo, and that could come as early as this week. I won't get too excited. I'm just going to put some more clarification on this deal for you. He's been linked with a €40 million move to Manchester City, so it won't be a swap deal. It'll be straight up cash for €40 million. Manchester City, though, they're very keen on Joao Cancelo heading the other way to Barcelona in some kind of swap deal. I mean, it could be City pay €40 million for Nelson Semedo and Barcelona then pay €40 million for Joao Cancelo. If it makes it easier, it makes it easier. If it doesn't, just sounds a bit strange where you couldn't just agree on a straight player swap, but there we go. But I'm going to put a little bit of emphasis on this, and I'm going to say I think. So I think that Barcelona, they're wanting cash for Nelson Semedo because they want to use that cash to fund part of their move for Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, which means Barcelona potentially, at this moment in time, might not be interested in bringing in Joao Cancelo to their club. And so we know he's getting linked, Joao Cancelo, with a move to Inter Milan. So if City were to bring in Nelson Semedo this week, then Joao Cancelo would have to have something sorted for him. Now, I'm hearing nothing to say that City are set to sell Joao Cancelo. I'm getting sources over in Spain who are saying a lot. They're saying that Joao Cancelo wants to be a first-choice right-back, and he doesn't see himself getting it at Manchester City, and so he wants to leave. I don't know how true that is. If that is true and that's how he feels, then I'm more than happy for him to leave. However, not too sure how they'd get hold of such information, and I couldn't imagine Cancelo saying anything of the sort. But we'll just have to wait and see. And it's one of those where actions are going to speak louder than words. We're going to see what happens as this develops into the summer. But if Inter Milan are keen on bringing in Joao Cancelo, I mean, City could sign Semedo and then sell Cancelo to Inter Milan. But the problem we've got with that, though, is if Inter Milan find someone, a better alternative, someone that's cheaper, someone that suits them more, maybe they're prepared to pay a little bit more and to sign somebody else, that might happen. If that's the case, they're going to cool their interest in Cancelo. Barcelona might come in later in the window, but I'm just speculating right now. And so it's difficult. So we could be in a situation where we have three right-backs, Kyle Walker, Joao Cancelo and Nelson Semedo, to which case, more than likely, it'll be Cancelo that will need to leave. And so, if we don't find a suitor for him, he could either stay at Manchester City, be unregistered, or we could loan him or something. Do you know what I mean? It's potential to be very messy. So I just don't see City signing Semedo until the future of Cancelo is sorted. If that gets sorted within the next week or two, then I could see potentially Semedo becoming a Manchester City player. Until that happens, though, I don't see Semedo being a Manchester City player. But I will keep you up to date every step of the way with this transfer. The transfer market is starting to warm up. We've seen Icardi sign for PSG. City are going to be busy this summer. Obviously not as busy as what we would have been had the pandemic not hit and we'd had the full whack to go in with our transfer kitty. But instead, we've still got some money to spend. We've got positions that need improving. City, we know, are looking at defenders. So if one player leaves from our defence, they're going to need to be replaced. So Semedo, Cancelo, we'll wait and see. Instead, we're going to move on to the outs. We've got an update on Aro Muric. This is sad, is what I'll say. It's sad. He's returned to train with Manchester City after City rejected a loan offer from Nottingham Forest to extend him his deal there until the end of the Championship season. This suggests to me that Manchester City are extremely unhappy with his playing time at the Championship club. And so they've just said, no, you're not having him back. So I don't know where that leaves Nottingham Forest, but we're more interested in the future of Aro Muric, being a City fan, personally. So what's going to happen? Is he going to be loaned out for next season? Is he going to go to the Championship? Is he going to go somewhere abroad? Is City going to sell him? They're going to put a sell-on fee or a buyback clause on him if they do sell him. What's going to happen? All I know is what should happen to Aro Muric should be best for his development. I mean, Zach Steffen could leave and Aro Muric could go back to being Manchester City's number 2. And he had a great season with us the previous season when he was our number 2. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the development of Aro Muric. But he's no longer a Nottingham Forest loanee. We're going to move on now to Tosin Adarabioyo. This time in this video, I do have an update on him. The Athletic, they've been reporting that it's more than likely Tosin Adarabioyo, I like saying his name, by the way. He's going to be sold this summer by Manchester City. He's got 1 year left on his contract at City, and City are wanting to reinvest some of that money made on selling him onto buying some defenders for themselves. That's a huge shame, and it is sad, just like the Aro Muric situation. He loves Manchester City, Tosin Adarabioyo. He said 5 years' time he wants to be captain at Manchester City. And so if we do sell him, I hope there's a sell-on fee put on there, a buyback clause put on there, so City have the option to bring him back. Because Tosin Adarabioyo is a decent defender. Give him a couple of seasons at a top-quality club, we'll see what happens. But my question, if Adarabioyo is sold, how much would you sell him for? Now, last but not least, in the update, we've got an update on Eric Garcia. The Athletic, they're suggesting that he is going to be given more time in the Manchester City first team squad next season. City are happy with his development and they want to give him more minutes. They're not suggesting that he's going to become the new fourth choice centre-back at Manchester City. They're just saying that he's been given some minutes this season, looking to give him more minutes next season, but it's probably not going to be too much more than what he's had last season because he's only 19 years old and they're wanting to develop him gradually into the Manchester City squad. But we'll see how the development goes. Whether you agree with that or not, that's completely up to you. But good news is it looks like we're going to see more of Eric Garcia, and it suggests that he isn't going to be loaned out this summer to another club. He's going to stay within the Manchester City first team squad, and some other players have been promoted to the first team squad, including Taylor Harwood-Bellis. However, Jayden Braaf, that lots of people speak about in the comments, at this moment in time has not been promoted to the Manchester City first team squad. So potentially he won't be Leroy Sané's replacement, not at least for this season. Let me know your thoughts of that in the comments below. So there we go, that has been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget also leave your thoughts in the comments below with these transfers in this video. Who would you like to see Manchester City sign? Who would you like to see Manchester City to sell? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget also subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It's going to be weird saying this, but we're aiming for 7k subscribers now, not 6. It's going to take me a while to adjust to that new number, but I will adjust. Thank you everyone for the continued support. It is much appreciated by me. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again for the next video, which I'm sure will be very soon, and it will be Manchester City based, probably another transfer update. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you're all staying safe and well too at this difficult time. Peace. Ciao for now.